there are a lot of kids who actually prefer online classes, not because of COVID, but because there's rather a lot less bullying that takes place in online classes. That's hard to hear, Jeff, but I would also argue, you know, we did hear a lot of these kids that wish they were in school because they were experiencing domestic violence or some sort of abandonment at home. So I think it can apply both ways.
Before we start this discussion, let me put out a caveat that I'm not for bullying in any way. So if you confuse the two, the problem's on you, not over here. I'm anti-bully. I'm all for that. So now that I wasted 30 seconds saying that, now I could get into my opinion. I don't think this is a great idea. I always talk about this snowplow parenting, right? And it's pushing obstacles out of the way of your children. This is just another one. Teen suicide is at an all-time high, especially in females that are 19 years old from online bullying. So if you think you're going to stop bullying by sending them to school, it's at an all-time high just from staying at home. So maybe that's not the answer. You need to go through obstacles as a child, as a middle schooler, as an adult, even right now. You have to grow from the lessons that you've learned in your life. I'm not for bullying, but sometimes it's tough. If you want to commit suicide because of that, that's not the conversation I'm having up here. Just to be perfectly clear. You call an 800 number, get some professional help. I'm talking about obstacles that are put in away, life lessons that are put in away that our parents aren't letting us learn because of the society that we live in today.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Do you think snowplow parenting is also because of so much they have to face in other ways? Like, as I was saying, the COVID they have to face the school shootings. Are people trying to just say, like, no bullying, let's make it, because their kids are facing an unprecedented amount of stress? Does that make sense? Would that be a reason for snowplow
I would say
parenting?
maybe. I was hoping, Tori, that you would talk about somebody, because you've been honest about and open about the fact that you were bullied. Would you have taken this option if you were?
In 7th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you bet I would.
But what would have happened to you? I'm with Jeff on this one. What would have happened if you stayed home? Of course, it seems like, okay, that's a great solution to remove the child from the bullying, but then you're not really handling it. And it's not to say that you allow it to continue on at school. So maybe that means that you get involved with the other child's parents, if they have parents, or you get involved with the school. You figure out ways to remove them from social media, because social media is also attributed to.
But don't you risk putting them on an island if you do that? You're the parent you're the kid whose mom had to go to the school, talk to all the parents, and then take them offline? I would think that Al, in school would make it stigma.
If you take someone offline or you take them out of your 6th, 7th, and 8th grade years, you're going to face adversity.
Agreed.
Life is hard.
Agreed.
That's
my mom
universal.
and dad, by the way, would never have allowed that, and that's good parenting.
I'm using your situation as an example. You're going to face adversity at some point in your life. You're going to face some sort of discrimination, whether you think it's the world against you or you think it's your personal opinion of the world.
Yeah.
You're going to face discrimination. You're going to face obstacles. You're going to face adversity at some point in the workforce. Your parents aren't going to be there. What do? You're going to face this at some point in your life, whether it be 6th grade, whether it be 15 years old, whether it be 30, if that allows you to. What are you going to do then?
And I hear you, but at 6th grade, if I'm facing school shootings, COVID, and now bullying, you bet your bum I really do want to stay home. And I just want to acknowledge the amount of stress.
And suicide for a young woman is at the highest it's ever been.
Exactly. So it's a lose-lose. I'm glad my parents didn't take me out.
And Tori, I want you to speak on your situation, because I feel like we're glossing over the fact that bullying breaks some people forever.
Right.
I know grown-ups that are not well because of what happened in high school, and I agree with what you're saying about overcoming things, but a lot of people don't. And let's
please, again, state this. Bullying and adversity. Let's make those two different subjects. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just talking about just bullying, like being messed with every day for their looks.
Crying every day after school.
Yes.
And you are the coming home and crying.
How did you get past it?
Every single day.
Really quickly, taking a kid out of school, to me, is like dealing with the symptom. So then you're punishing your child. I get it. Every situation is going to be different, and that's when you're going to have to use discernment as a parent. But wouldn't it be better if our conversation was geared toward how do we increase inclusivity in schools? How do we create programs that prevent bullying so we don't have to pull kids from school? Otherwise, you're failing the children, period.
I agree with you. And as a parent, you guys are right. I'm saying as a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader, I completely 1,000% who cried every day.
What would you think about the first thing?
Would not want to go
Tori,
to school
what did you think about as soon as you opened your eyes in the morning? What was your first thought about
the names I'm not going to say, the names of the two people, which classes, how I'm going to avoid them, which hallway, which stairway, how I'm going to get home, what I'm going to say. It was an all-consuming anxiety that feels like you have 2 balls and chains and a flutter of butterflies all around you all at once. It's a terrible feeling. However, I agree with both of you. My parents were not about to take me out. They tried to deal with it. However, I'm saying I understand that feeling of I want to go anywhere but that school. I'm in danger. That's what it feels like.
Again, just to put a button on this, that's bullying, right? But to adversity, what kid, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, going through puberty as young boys, doesn't feel uncomfortable going to school and doesn't get made fun of? I got made fun of going to school. Did you get made fun of going to school?
Oh, yeah.
Every single person goes through that. So taking them and removing them from the situation is the definition of snowplow parenting.
And maybe
if
that's good
the kind of
parenting.
no, it's not good parenting. It's terrible parenting.
No, I'm saying what you're saying is good. I'm saying as a 6th grader, that's what I would want.
Tune into our break right now on YouTube. We're gonna